Good morning. Governor, it's great to see you again. Invited guests, those who made it by security.
Those who didn't.
I'm Mark Aaron, editor emeritus of Site Selection magazine, and it is an honor to be back in Austin once again. It's the beginning of March, Governor.
Exactly.
So it must be time.
Tis the season.
Last year at this event, 1 year ago, Governor Abbott made me an honorary Texan, which is an incredible honor. I thank you. So
The highest honor.
the highest honor.
Second highest.
Second.
The highest is Admiral in the Texas Navy.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So you're working toward it.
So no self-respecting honorary Texan would show up at an event with the governor without a cowboy hat. So
That's a good looking one. That's a great looking hat right there.
it is. Thank you.
Here, proud of you. You got boots on?
I don't have the boots. Well, it turns out that 13 is a lucky number after all. I'm here to present Governor Abbott with Texas's 13th consecutive Governor's Cup for total qualified economic development projects in 2024.
There we go. You want to hand it to me? There we go. That's perfect. That's excellent.
We logged 1,368 projects for 2024. That's 114 more than last year. As our Governor's Cup cover story explains, it's not about luck at all. It's about leadership at the state, regional, metro, and local levels across Texas. It's about not saying we're business friendly. It's about being business friendly. It's about programs like Jetty that help the state compete effectively. Going forward, it will likely be about a new 5-year economic development strategic plan introduced 2 days ago. It's not often a bi-monthly publication can scoop the daily business press, but you saw it on our website first. I will leave the plan for the governor to elaborate on. Meanwhile, congratulations, Governor, and all the Texans who worked hard in 24 to bring me back to Austin this year. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Well, a big thank you to Mark Aaron and to Site Selection magazine for coming back to Austin. So in the wintertime, there are some people who go to the mountains to go skiing. In the summertime, there are some people who go to the beach. In the fall, there are some people who like to go to college football games. The first week of March, Mark Aaron and Site Selection come to Austin, Texas. This is a stunning, as you pointed out, 13th year in a row. Texas has won this award, including every year that I've been governor of this great state. And I accept the Governor's Cup on behalf of the hardworking people and businesses across our great state. This is the most prestigious award that Texas battles for every single year. I want to express a very special thanks to all the people both behind me as well as those in front of me. Secretary of State Jane Nelson, legislators, Adriana Cruz and her outstanding team. We have a lot of local leaders here with us, It could be at the Chamber of Commerce level, it could be local economic development professionals, and we also have, most importantly, businesses. Without the businesses and their involvement, we wouldn't be winning these awards every year. So for all of these people who are working together with us to make Texas stronger and more prosperous than ever before, please give them a big round of applause. As Mark pointed out, this is another record-breaking year for Texas as it comes to the number of projects that qualified. Well over 1,300 projects, which was more than twice as many as the next closest state. Altogether, Texas added more new jobs last year than any other state, and we have exceeded that for 3 years in a row. Texas also has added more than 314 corporate headquarters since 2015, making Texas the headquarters for headquarters. Texas companies, big and small, helped make Texas #1 in 2024. Businesses like Delta Electronics, which expanded their advanced manufacturing operations in Plano with about 1,500 new jobs. U.S. Foods, which built a new food distribution warehouse in Buda. Crystal Window and Door, which moved their corporate headquarters and manufacturing facility to Mansfield. And Bell Textron, which opened a new advanced manufacturing facility in Fort Worth, and so many more. So why is it that we are so successful? For one, we have low taxes. Now, I know that property tax is too high. We're working on cutting property taxes once again this year over in the Capitol as we speak right now. We have a regulatory environment that moves at the speed of business. We make massive investments in infrastructure like transportation, water, and the power grid. But the real secret that Texas seems to do better than any other state is we genuinely partner with the businesses that come here and grow here because of the simple mathematical formula, and that is when those businesses succeed, Texas succeeds. And also I want to give thanks to my Small Business Freedom Council because they have come up with legislative recommendations for things like streamlining regulations, reducing taxes and fees, expanding our workforce, and updating our outdated state technology. These new measures will provide small business owners across the state with a competitive environment that allows them to flourish like nowhere else in America. Texas truly is the land of economic freedom. Freedom that stokes self-determination to achieve things once thought impossible. Freedom that will propel Texas to global economic dominance. And we will continue to foster that economic freedom to ensure that Texas remains the economic engine of the United States of America. So, Mark, thanks again to you and to Site Selection Magazine. Look forward to seeing you again in March of next year. Here's to many more years of economic prosperity in the great state of Texas. With that, we'll be happy to open it up. So, listen, the investigation will shed more light on exactly what's going on and what needs to be done in response to it, meaning if the investigation turns up information that would lead to a potential prosecution, that should be undertaken. If the investigation leads to let's say, inadequate measures that they have at the commission, those measures need to be reformed. This is something that's going through the Sunset Commission this session, as you probably know. And so I think legislators have a key role to play in that sunset process to determine what the future of the Lottery Commission looks like. Sure. So I began my career in Houston, Texas, and that's when I first got to know Sylvester. And during my time as both a Supreme Court Justice and Attorney General, I worked with Sylvester closely. When I was Attorney General, Sylvester was on the Appropriations Committee in charge of the Committee of Funding for the Attorney General's office. And so I got to know him well worked closely with him, built a friendship with him. We had a kinship for all things great about Houston, and whether it be the rodeo that's going on right now or some other things. And then as governor, I continue to work closely with him, especially during his times in Houston. And so he is a person who devoted his life and his legacy to public service and did a tremendous job in the Houston area as well as in the state capitol, and he will be missed. With regard to what's going to happen with the seat, those are decisions we have not made yet. So it's the kind of thing that we're looking into, as you probably have observed, is making its way through the legislature and is dealing with pros and cons in both chambers. And we need to see more information about what legislators agree is the correct pathway forward. So, listen, we've seen no effect yet and don't anticipate any. Don't know if you heard news this morning, but the Secretary of Commerce made statements that my observation of what the Secretary of Commerce said this morning was that the tariffs in Mexico and Canada are put on hold for right now. They may come back up in April. I really don't know. And so what we're dealing with actually is uncertainty about it. But listen, Texas has a very robust economy that continues to grow, and we're not seeing any harm to our economy because of all the discussions about tariffs yet. Thank you all.